Hi, I'm Kim Erickson from Erickson's Eyes.
And I'm Monica Erickson.
For the last 65 years and 3 generations, we at Erickson's Eyes of Spokane, Washington, have been developing our unique process of building artificial eyes. Between the time of your eye surgery and when you come to see us at Erickson's Eyes, you will likely want to know how life will be for you and your new eye. It's important to know that there's no surgery involved in what we do.
When an eye is removed, the doctor places an implant in the socket and uses the connective tissue to cover it. That tissue forms the back of the eye socket. It is light pink in color and looks like the inside of your cheek.
Over the first 3 to 5 days is usually the most uncomfortable period. Once that period of time has then elapsed, the pain usually very predictably goes down from there.
From the time they maybe lose an eye, it's going to be 6 to 8 weeks of healing before they can even begin the process of having an artificial eye made.
You might have a conformer that the doctor puts in your eye socket after surgery.
A conformer will then just hold those spaces open so that they won't shrink during the healing phase, so that there is ample space for a good prosthetic to be made down the road.
Sometimes they're just clear, sometimes they have a little eye painted on them, but it's not your final prosthesis. It's not actually what you end up having long term.
Your conformer may fall out, but don't be alarmed. If it does fall out, it's easy to put back in, and if you need help with it, call your eye doctor or us for assistance.
To reinsert the conformer, lift your upper lid as high as you can, push the top edge of the conformer into the socket, and continue pushing while you pull the lower lid down.
I see the patients at approximately 2 weeks after surgery for an initial kind of check of the socket, and then I see them at 6 weeks. If their swelling is gone at 6 weeks, then we will then refer them over to Erickson Eyes to have their prosthetic made at that time.
Through our custom process, we create your new eye. We do everything we can to make sure your eye will feel as comfortable and look as natural as possible. Usually you'll get some movement or tracking in your new eye, but how much movement varies from person to person. Every case is different. When you have a correctly fit prosthesis that supports your socket tissue and eyelid structures, then typically your eyelids will open to match your other eye. On average, an eye lasts 4 to 6 years. Plastic breaks down over time and begins to irritate the socket. Also, sockets change over time, and so the eye needs to be replaced to continue to fit, function, and look its best. So how do you care for your new eye?
Most people will take their eye out once or twice a month and rub it firmly with a clean cotton cloth. Rubbing the eye firmly removes buildup from the surface and helps keep it comfortable. After cleaning it, rinse it off with saline and put it back in. You'll want to lubricate your eye as needed. We'll provide you with some sample lubricants to get you started. It's important to make sure that your eye is polished regularly by an ocularist, approximately every 6 months.
There are 3 different ways to lubricate your eye. You can use any artificial tears available over the counter, or you can use nighttime eye lubricant, also available over the counter. Experiment and choose the one that works best for you. Remember, millions of people have gone through what you are going through and live happy, fulfilled, and extraordinary lives.
Having an eye removed is a very personal decision, and it's very challenging for individuals, and rightfully so. But I think Kim allows that transition to occur in their life very smoothly, and that's not an easy thing. You know, that's something that goes well beyond his training. It's just something that's inside of him. And so I think Erickson Eyes and his staff help patients through that transition, and you don't always see that. And so that's a wonderful thing to have in the community.
Our goal at Erickson's Eyes is and always will be to build you an artificial eye that no one knows you have and you forget you're wearing. Thanks for joining us.